Welcome to.
We figured it out.
We understand now. We are live on YouTube. Permission to speak, sir. I'm Charlie Thomas. It's my son, Hank Thomas.
When you speak up a little bit, according to that.
Okay, I'll try to speak up. Usually I'm louder than loud, but.
See, it's funny because it's live. We have no idea what we sound like. So
Yeah, that's true.
We might be able to tell after.
Yeah. This is a Garage Grind production. We also service PeoriaHoops.com on the internet, mainly basketball training, which Hank does, but also other things like tournaments, leagues that we sponsor and run. But we're going to get rolling here because this is new to us. And you got anything to say other than what I already said about the production company?
No, yeah, we figured it out. Follow us at PeoriaHoops.com for more content. Obviously, YouTube, you'll see it here. And then Spotify, at Permission to Speak, sir. We post the full episodes on there as well. So, little introduction for you guys, but wanted to try something different today because why not?
Yeah.
You're either going to listen or you're not.
Yeah. And since we're at the point now where Hank, I guess, had enough followers on YouTube that we can do live broadcasts. So
yeah, shout out our subscribers there.
Yeah, need to double and triple those, but so we get the big bucks.
We need to start paying for them.
That's right.
We didn't do the backdrop correctly because you can be able to see. I guess I got to point that way for Anchor, Spotify. We couldn't get that in the background.
Hey, this is our first time ever. Give us a break.
Yeah, this laptop's old as crap. So.
That's older than I am, in which it's bad news bears, but
that's saying something.
All right, let's get into our topics today. We usually have, just so you know, our format. We'll have 3 to 4 topics, local, national, and then kind of off the cuff topics. But today is some I think are going to be close to home for a lot of people that listen to this. And we're going to talk about teacher stuff. And I've said 1,000 times I'm going to have a separate teacher podcast, which it's just not as easy as I thought, obviously, because the first time we're live. But it is difficult. But got some teacher stuff going on. By the way, we're located in Peoria, Illinois. I don't know if anybody doesn't know that. I'm assuming everybody does. But I'm going to start talking about the school board.
See, it's funny because school board, if we ever get any national audience, it's kind of bad all across the United States.
Yes.
So a lot of people can relate to this versus just local for sure.
Yeah, the school board stuff is governed by certain rules. And that's what I'm addressing today. And I'm speaking from just my local school board because I don't travel around and see other school boards. But right now we're having a problem. What happens is our school board members can basically be a member for life. And I mean, I can't believe I just said that.
That's
for life. Yeah, I mean, it's not a paying job. So it's a job they want to be in so they can, I don't know, say they're important. I can't figure it out. But I'm going to propose things locally, and what I want to see, number one, is that there be terms. There's got to be terms for school board members. And if we don't ever get to that, we're going to have members like we do now that don't do anything, gripe constantly, and then when it comes time to run again, no one runs against them because no one from that area. So
yeah, it is kind of weird that there's not terms. There's terms like everything else.
I know. I didn't really look into that much at the beginning when I first started getting into this. But like I said, we've had some people that run unopposed.
Yeah.
In fact, our last hirees, Miss Rose ran unopposed. And then we had 2 appointees that actually I went for one of those spots and was basically told that I'll never get it. The only way I'll ever get on the school board is if I'm elected. Well, I'm going to decide whether or not I run. But the point is this.
Big decisions ahead.
Yeah. There's 7 board members, and it's broken down. It's broken down by districts. That's how it's broken down, districts. And I get it, and I know why there's district. So the whole city's represented. But.
Shout out the city.
Yeah, shout out the city. You have 7 districts. Everybody has to be represented. But my point is, if no one ever runs against the person that's in that district, so as long as she stays in that district, she'll always be a school board member. And that's the part I hate. So why not elect 7 people, regardless of where you live, and have them represent all the districts? Because right now, I can tell you how it works. If a school board member goes to some function that's not in their district, say a District 3 goes to a District 1. They're supposed to announce they're coming. Why? Why do they have to announce? They're a school board member. But that's what protocol says. So anyway, I don't want to waste all of our time on this today, but it's a big thing. I wanted to get out there today. School board meeting tomorrow. I am planning to go to it. I've said it a couple times, changed my mind. Don't think I'll change my mind this time.
There will be ICE agents there.
Yeah, ICE agents everywhere you look.
They're gonna fight ICE.
Yeah.
Don't deport anybody.
Yeah, and that's a whole nother topic.
We'll save that for the teacher podcast.
Yeah, we'll save that for the
I'll calm down a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm just so excited that we're live today.
Yeah.
It's kind of a cool little feature. I don't know how to contain myself.
Yeah, I don't either. And so anyway, I've set the tone. That's going to be my my little thing to do down the road.
Hey, that should have been the title. I've set the tone.
I've set the tone. You freaks that have been on the school board for 20 years and you've done nothing to help.
Two decades worth of crap.
And never did anything to help students. Not really. I mean,
did nothing.
Yeah. So anyway,
except free food.
We'll get into that. Free food. Everywhere you look, there's free food. All right, let's get off of that. We're very informal today since it's our first time, so we're going to jump around, which is what we kind of do anyway.
Hey, we got a viewer right now. That's awesome.
Yeah. Get on here and talk to us.
Yeah, they can do a little live chat.
Yeah, get a little live chat if you want to mix words with me. All right, let's jump to the NFL, which is on every normal human being's mind. Let's start off.
It is Sunday after all.
It's Sunday. Yeah. Oh, it's live. That's what
that viewer just went away.
Where'd you go?
The viewer got scared.
Hey, come back, you scaredy cat.
Oh man, this is a gag.
Yeah. NFL. So we got two huge games today.
Yeah.
One we care about a little more than the other, although I do think both are going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, a little conference championship action. So it'll be interesting to see what transpires. It is called conference, right? The NFC champion and the AFC champion.
That's what I think it's
Well,
called.
I think they get a trophy for this.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I think there's
Nice.
a little trophy on the
A
line.
little trophy on the line. NFC, AFC champion.
Yeah,
So
NFC game, I'm not too thrilled. It's just kind of going to be what it is. I'll be curious if Jane Daniels can score like he's been scoring, though, against the Eagles. I highly doubt it. But yeah, the nightcap, 5:30, Chiefs-Bills, that should be best game of the year. So
okay, so you said you don't care as much about do you prefer which team to win, or do you not even care that?
I mean, I prefer the Eagles to win just so I stopped seeing the Bears should have
yeah. That's right. We're Bear fans, in case you don't know
yeah,
that.
so because if he makes his Super Bowl his rookie year, Caleb's always going to have that monkey on his back.
Yeah.
Two totally different situations. But Jane Daniels, talent-wise, is better than Hurts. So, I mean, the Commanders have the better quarterback
Right.
for sure. They just don't have everything else. So
Right.
it'll be kind of interesting to see what happens. Obviously, the nightcap, the Bills are like the only team that's beat the full roster Chiefs, I should say. The Broncos beat them when nobody played.
Right.
So, yeah, it should be fun.
I do want to talk about the Chiefs a little bit. You already know this. Not a big fan of how the Chiefs are treated in regards to the other teams that they always play, especially at home. And, of course, they're at home, and they deserved it. They won more games. I get all that. I don't have a problem with them hosting. I just want to have a set of refs that aren't afraid to make the correct call. And I really believe, and I'm not the only guy in the world who believes this. If you watch any sports shows at all week, they've been talking about how preferential treatment for Mahomes. And I'm going to just point a couple things out. Number one, Mahomes is easily one of the best quarterbacks I've ever seen during my lifetime. And I've seen a lot of them. He is great at what he does, but what he's become is a conniver. Anybody know what that word means, conniver? You know what conniver means? Sneaky.
Yeah.
He finds ways to get around things he shouldn't be getting around. And I'll give you an example one. When he scrambles, he runs towards the sideline. He'll fake like he's going out of bounds and then keep going.
Yeah.
And that what it does is that freezes the defense for it doesn't take long because he's very talented and he'll get a 7, 8, 9 yards. And there's one that's been on there several times on highlights showing him faking going out and then getting another 15 yards. So what is defense supposed to do? All right. In my opinion, is if you're going to get a penalty anyway, light his butt up. Knock him up to Taylor Swift in the box. And I saw Caitlin call me. I'm disappointed. We need to talk this out. Mahomes is getting treatment he shouldn't be getting. Everybody, Tom Brady wasn't a scrambler. I'm not talking about in the pocket when guys light him up. That's different. When he runs, he should be treated as a runner, and he's not. Then he does the fake slide. He's very, very good at sliding late.
Yeah.
And that's what got him in that last game. You just can't buy into that stupidity. And of course, this has nothing to do with talent. He is just phenomenal at times passing the ball. It's just the running part that I don't think is fair.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely finagling the system there. But again, the NFL put that in place, so protect the quarterbacks.
I know.
And Mahomes is just happened to be very gifted at scrambling and doing that. I feel like if other quarterbacks could, figure it out, they would. But
Josh Allen scrambles, but he doesn't take.
He wants every call too. I mean, he does.
Oh no, he does.
Yeah, he does get most of the call. That's what I'm saying. This game's going to be interesting because they'll set the tone. One of them's going to get hit because one of them's going to be running. So we'll see what happens. Because if they don't give the call to Mahomes, but then give it to Allen, that's going to be vice versa, complaining nonstop. But I expect a great game. I kind of expect it to be a little high scoring.
Yeah. Well, as fans, we hope for that.
Yeah.
You don't want a 10-7 game or anything like that. I don't know what the weather is in Kansas City. Usually it's what we get in a couple days here in Illinois. Right now we're mild compared to what we went through. So I don't know what their temperature, game time, or anything. I don't think it's going to be anything that makes a difference.
Probably not.
I haven't heard anything.
I mean, Buffalo's used to the cold. So
now, Buffalo, we know there'd be real cold and snow. But Kansas City.
And I will say Buffalo beat them obviously earlier in the season, but that wasn't Buffalo. So
no.
It wasn't Buffalo.
Yeah, I know that.
So now that it's in Kansas City, we're going to see. Last time they played in this matchup, that game was nuts. Touchdown.
Oh, yeah. It was wild.
Definitely more offensive firepower for both squads.
Right.
Yeah, man, we'll see. It should be fun.
Well, and also all any fan wants is just the calls to be fair both ways. And I don't care if you want to make 20 calls on quarterback hits, but it's got to be the same.
Yeah, well, especially when you don't care.
Yeah.
You're just watching.
Just make it a fair game. My gosh.
Fan. And since we're fans of the Bears, shout out Ben Johnson.
Ben Johnson.
McCaskey, you got it done. You got it done for us. The season needs to start tomorrow. We can't wait.
Yeah, and we talked a little bit about how he's filling out his staff too. So
yeah, he's getting some names, that's for sure. So that's always going to help. Yeah, man, I'm just super excited. Again, this is probably the most excitement. Drafting Caleb was exciting.
Right.
Not keeping Eberflus wasn't exciting. You know what I mean? Like that was kind of weird, probably for everybody involved.
Yeah.
Getting Ben Johnson in there, fresh slate, offensive mind. Last time we had an offensive mind, Matt Nagy had Mitch Trubisky as a Pro Bowler. So I'm kind of excited for what we're going to see here.
Yeah.
But Caleb's talent. So it'll be a fun offseason for sure. Got the 10th pick in the draft. But
yeah, sounds good. Not much else in the NFL, obviously. This is the showcase. This is what everybody looks forward to every year. And obviously after this, we'll have 2 playing for the Super Bowl, and we'll address that later. Yeah, it's going to be great. Now, we're jumping around again, but we're going to stay in sports for a little bit more and talk about college sports because a lot going on in college right now too.
Yeah.
You and I talked off camera. We probably witnessed one of the better Saturdays in a long time in college basketball.
Yeah, no, that was definitely refreshing to see.
Yeah, good basketball. Yeah.
Kind of at all different levels there.
Yes.
Mid-major to high major. Then even high school too. We saw Metamora. Zobrist hit that game winner. Well, I guess there was 2 seconds left, so it wasn't. Time was expiring, but that
it turned out to be the game winner.
Yeah, so that won the game for him. That was a heck of a shot, by the way.
Yeah. We also saw Bradley win, Eureka win.
Yeah.
You mentioned Metamora, and then obviously all the games on TV. What's kind of nice nowadays is I'm a retired teacher, obviously, but I have more time to. The ESPN Plus is a gift.
Yeah.
That is incredible because you get to see teams. Yeah, you get to see teams you never get to see.
Right,
that's what I like about it.
Kind of watch whatever.
Yeah, and
they do it for all sports.
Yeah,
yeah.
And what a plus! Not to make fun of the
no
name,
pun intended.
But it is a plus for someone like me that loves basketball as much as I do. Basketball and football. I mean, I can watch it all day, and obviously Caitlin Clark's maybe a girls fan too. So. What was there any other game? I thought there was one other game yesterday. We had Tennessee playing,
Auburn.
Kentucky, Auburn.
Well,
Kentucky got beat, right, earlier in the day.
yeah.
Yeah, but
By
Auburn and Tennessee was insane.
Yeah, I didn't quite catch as much as that one.
Oh, my goodness.
I watched Houston, Kansas out.
Houston, Kansas, what, double overtime?
Was it?
I can't remember.
I know it went overtime because that kid made that 3. That was crazy.
Yeah.
I think they won in overtime. It said they haven't lost like a Big 12 game. Like they were undefeated on the year.
Yeah,
but it's
incredible.
been like 16 games like
Yeah,
on the last year too.
yeah.
So it's kind of nuts.
Kelvin Sampson gets it done. And, of course, Bill Self is the most slouch
Yeah.
Hall of Famer.
The Sampson dude was screaming nonstop.
Well, you know, did you see the call, though?
Well, I mean, yeah, I didn't see what transpired to start it, but he was freaking
Yeah,
out.
the guy actually had his hands around him, the player, and he fell, and they called traveling. It was a strange little deal, but yeah, good day yesterday. A lot of great sports. I think Illinois plays Northwestern today. We'll maybe have that on the second TV. See how things
Yeah,
go.
Big Ten don't schedule the game the same time.
Yeah, what is going on
Now,
now?
NFC Championship, because that's more local for people, so it's earlier in the day.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I don't get how the schedule.
not a smart move there.
And don't you think they know all these dates way ahead?
Yeah, I mean,
I mean,
there's no way they don't.
I mean,
Yeah.
how could they not?
You know this date's going to be the conference championship.
That's what I'm
for the
saying.
NFL, yeah.
What if it was the Bears or something? I mean,
Yeah.
could you imagine
Illinois
how
had no
torn?
fans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'd be torn to
Because
death.
most of them would be Bears fans, you would assume. So,
I would assume. Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Let's get into some national news. We'd be remiss if we didn't talk about the new president.
The former and the new.
Yeah,
He's back, baby.
He's back. He's a guy coming off an election where he basically just absolutely destroyed Kamala.
And people are freaking out.
Yeah, they are freaking out.
Executive orders right and left.
Yeah.
Kind of saying what he said he would do. So now I'm just waiting for everything to get cheaper. Obviously, I know that takes more time
Yeah,
than just get in there, but it looks to be trending in the right direction. Although that the only thing that was weird was that AI stuff. That was a little bizarre that he passed.
What is that? What was that called? It had a cute little name.
I don't know, but they're
Tracks
but
or-
they're talking about, and it was like mRNA vaccine. We'll
Yes.
probably get flagged on YouTube now because I just said that, but
Yeah.
that are in the it's like an AI-ish thing,
Right.
where it's supposed to help prevent or stop cancer from growing or something.
Yes.
It's like, hey, how about, since everybody knows you have the cure to cancer, just put that out there
That'd be nice.
instead of the AI, whatever the crap it was. But that's the only weird thing he's done so far to me. But
Yeah. Well,
did you see the West Virginia stuff
yeah.
where they don't want you to own anything?
No.
And remember, this is what I was telling
Yeah,
you.
I
This is
know.
exactly what they're going to do in California.
Yeah.
All these conspiracy people I listen to, it's like all this stuff comes to fruition to some degree. Obviously,
Right.
there's some that's more, but it's like, yeah, West Virginia. It's like, what? Why would anybody want to live there then?
Well, no one will.
Yeah,
I mean,
everybody's just going to move out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super bizarre. But what do you think of him being back so far?
Well, I'm liking a lot of things. The wall in Mexico, everybody talks about, if you're Mexican, we want you out of our country. No, we don't. And I don't think he wants that. He wants
Just wants it legally, yeah.
if you're here legally, which is what we preach from 1776, this country's open.
Right.
It's open, but you got to be here legally. Everybody has rules to follow. So it just cracks
It's
me
not
up.
a free for all, right?
Yeah, it just cracks me up that, if you're from Venezuela, get out. If you're from Cuba, get out. Yes, I agree with everything I just said, if you're illegally here. Yeah. And yes, it does filter down to kids that are innocent. And I hate that. I was in education my whole life. I hate it.
Yeah, that is the weird one, because isn't it if you're born here, you're in a
I don't even know
yeah.
anymore.
I don't want to speak on something I don't really know about.
And we won't on here, and we'll be very honest about that stuff, because I'm not going to spout anything I don't know for sure, and that is something I do not know for sure. If two illegals come into our country and have a child, right, does that keep the child illegal? See, I don't know that. I'm going to find all this out.
I would pay for that health care, probably our tax dollars.
Right, health care, and then are they paying taxes like we have to?
I doubt it.
Are they taking jobs from people that are here the correct way?
Speaking
yes.
of jobs, you see Taco Bell's doing $16 an hour now.
Yeah. Taco Bell wants
Taco Bell's ahead of the times, man.
Yeah.
They were like 13, 14
Yeah.
when I was getting 10 or 8.50 at
Yeah.
red carpet.
Mm-hmm.
That's a gag.
Well, also in two other topics
Yeah.
that I'm struggling with is North Carolina, Asheville. I don't understand why that was neglected.
Yeah, FEMA just doesn't care.
I mean, FEMA got caught. They removed the heads, and then a new head grew back.
Yeah,
That don't go to a house that has a Trump sign, seriously, and don't act like that didn't happen, because we have the person who got removed admitted it.
right.
So and then
The more you know, right? It is kind of insane.
Yeah,
Like,
it really.
a lot of these people, that just watch CNN or
Yeah,
even Week 25,
Yeah.
if you're local, they're super liberal in the sense of how they word things instead of just
right.
reporting on the news.
Very careful how they say it.
Yeah, it's super unfortunate. That if you have a Trump flag in your yard, we're not going to come help you clean up your house that got destroyed by a hurricane, but it's a joke.
Yeah,
That's basically how I feel about it. But
yeah, and you've seen this everywhere, so I'm not saying anything new. But Trump has did more in 4 days than Biden did in 4 years.
oh yeah,
For those situations like that.
he goes down there. You know what I mean? He's making an effort. It seems.
Yeah.
I will say too, man. Like all this stuff he's getting passed. Like if you're a parent, you should be overjoyed at this point. You know. And again, I just for the longevity of families and whatnot, you know, that have values. It's gone a long way so far, and I can't wait for the next years to come.
Yeah.
Be curious too. I know we talked off air, but if that third term gets passed, him versus Obama,
That'd be a wild show. Wouldn't it?
that would be crazy.
Him and Obama going at it.
Because that was like Obama's one of the last Democrats that kind of, I would say, have a brain maybe. I mean, it wasn't like Joe Biden where he was just like a puppet for everybody else.
And I've said this before, and I think I probably said it on a podcast, but I didn't really have a problem with Obama's presidency for the most part. The only thing I didn't like was Obamacare. I just never really got the idea of that. It was supposed to be cheaper, but it really wasn't. I mean, but no, it could be worse things.
Yeah, it was just an insurance thing if you didn't have a job.
It's not Hillary. It's not Biden.
Right.
And that's a plus.
Right. It could be a lot worse.
Yes.
So it'll be interesting if that gets passed, who they try to run for. I guarantee Trump runs again.
Yeah.
Or his son or somebody. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Obviously, if it's his son, it doesn't matter for the third term.
Right.
If Trump ran for a third term, that would be a guy. He'd be what, 80?
Well, he's
right, because he's
70. Yeah. 70. He's 70 something.
Oh, so he won't be 80 yet, I guess.
I don't know.
I think he's like 72 or 74, maybe. Biden would be like 98.
Yeah.
If he tried to run again. Which he kept saying he wished he would have.
I know. Yeah.
Well, I guess technically he couldn't he? Because he only had one term.
Yeah,
so that wouldn't even apply to him.
No.
That would be hilarious if he did run again.
Yeah. That would be insane.
They just roll him out there.
Because at the end, there was a lot of speculation that he didn't want to step
I know,
down,
that's what I'm saying. It would be hilarious.
One other thing I want to mention is California fires, and I'm mystified by this one. I mean, I obviously don't live there. I've never even been to California.
Yeah.
How do these fires keep starting? I mean, it is crazy stuff to me if you don't think some idiots out there starting some of them. Because
some of it's arson for
sure. It's got to be, doesn't it? Because they're saying, well, it's so dry and it just fires up.
Oh, and I saw something too. They were mad that Trump's not sending aid or whatever, and he's like, use the water. Like they're just not using their own water.
Okay.
It's like the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah.
Like, why would you want to live in California? I was mentioning West Virginia earlier. If you live in California, you should just get out of there. Because they're not trying to help you, and then they're blaming Trump for it.
Yeah.
Trump said just use the water.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
And I don't get the water situation. I know we've all seen the pictures of the water going right into the ocean. I don't even know what that means. I don't have
you just get it's like you get dumber just like watching this stuff on
I tried to watch some of it on purpose.
Yeah.
Even on some news channels I wouldn't normally watch because I want to see what they're talking about. And the last one I saw was a huge reservoir of water just running. It looked fast.
Yeah.
Into the ocean.
Right. And they just don't use the water.
So where'd that water come from?
Trump said something about like their channels. I don't know what
I know the channel. See, I haven't.
Yeah.
And like I said, we're not going to say yes, no, maybe unless we know for sure. But all I know is this: those fires, the pictures I've seen, was devastating. There's no other word to use.
Everybody Red Cross wants us to donate our money to millionaires.
So that's exactly where I was going. Now, Red Cross comes out, which I believe in the Red Cross. It's done a lot of great things over the years, obviously, but to donate money to millionaires that lost their homes. Now, I know not every person is a millionaire, but I guarantee you this. They got more money than I got, whoever those homes were, because to live out in California, We all know it's more expensive than the
Right.
Midwest.
Yeah.
And we also know that where those homes were located are considered high-end
Yeah, some
neighborhoods.
celebrities' houses got
Yeah.
burnt down. So
So I'm
I
not
got
going to
more
send my
money than I have.
$10. I'm going to go out and buy a loaf of bread with my $10. I mean, if I knew
you
exactly
can't
where,
even buy a foot long for $10.
no, if I knew where the money was going for sure, I believe in the Red Cross. I'm not going to ever say anything bad about Red Cross. But after the Red
Is it
Cross,
actually going to
where's it going?
Yeah. It's kind of like when Dairy Queen does it at
Yeah,
the door.
yeah.
Hey, do you want to leave a donation to this? It's like, what is this? I'm
Yeah.
handing you the money.
Yeah,
How do I know you're not taking it?
yeah.
That's how I always felt about that stuff.
Yeah.
It is bizarre.
It is bizarre, is right. But we did support the Girl Scouts.
Those cookies are fire. Shout out
Boy,
the
we
Girl
just
Scouts.
got some of those.
Yeah, I have to relax.
The Girl Scout cookies were, I'm not going to say fire because we just talked about fire. They're really good.
Yeah, it's a
Shout out.
sickness.
And somebody asked me what the Boy Scouts sell.
Yeah,
What do they sell?
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
I don't even know.
They
What do they
fish
sell?
lures.
Do they sell like fish lures or pocket knives? I know 2 sticks to rub together to make fur.
Pocket knives.
I don't know what they sell. What? I mean,
Yeah, I don't know. They definitely
you
don't
were a
sell
Boy
cookies.
Scout, weren't you?
Yeah. That's why I am the way I am, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, back in my day, here we go. I almost became a Boy Scout. I did, but the meeting coincided with me playing basketball, so I said nope.
There you go.
I remember because I had friends that jumped into that. I never.
You're a real man for that.
Yeah, but I thought it was pretty cool because they had this contest where you earned a badge, and I wanted to get that badge so bad. Then I saw the badge and I go, that's not so cool. But
You just pin it to your shirt.
yeah, you wore it on your uniform. It was like you had to do.
Yeah, I always thought the uniform stuff was weird.
Yeah, it was very bizarre.
Time to
Reminded me
dress
a
up.
little bit of the Nazis a little bit. I mean,
Oh, boy.
well, I'm just saying.
Speaking of Nazis, everybody thinks Elon Musk is a Nazi.
I know.
That's what I'm saying, man. There's so much to talk about today, ladies and gentlemen, but we're not going to talk for 2 hours.
No, and we easily could, and our one viewer never came back. You pathetic individual. Where are you? Oh boy. All right. Well, what else we got? Anything? We always on our regular segments we always talk about things that bug you, but we've talked about a lot of that.
Covered that today.
Yeah, I don't have anything really new with
No,
that.
man, it was just good to get back on the mic.
I do have one thing that bugs
All
me.
right.
Okay, sorry. Dress appropriate for what you do. You know, teachers, I love teachers to death, but you know, every time I see a picture of a teacher in a classroom, they got on them spandex shorts, or not spandex, whatever they are. The girls wear the long ones, and then they
The
have
leggings.
a long leggings. There you go. That's not appropriate. These kids are there. They want to respect you. You know, kids come in wanting someone to respect. And sometimes they come in and they see someone dressed like a slob
So
trying
there's
to teach
teachers
them.
wearing leggings.
Oh, yeah. Right and
Wow.
left.
Well, you know it's
Sweatshirts.
Yeah, when you're a basketball coach at Roosevelt Magnet Academy, I don't think that's the name anymore, but that's what it was when I was in school. Wearing a hoodie when you're coaching, I mean, that is just disrespectful.
And you told me they had the hood up.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, the hood over the head coaching. It was unreal.
I would not let my son or daughter play for a guy that coached with his hood up.
Yeah, that's insane.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't care how you word it, how you say it.
They're just hiring anybody these days
Yeah.
to coach. That's what I'm saying. Anybody can become a trainer. Anybody can become a coach. We've said it time and time again. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
So I guess that's what makes me angry. Is everybody's a coach now?
Yeah.
Everybody's
Everybody's
a trainer.
everybody.
It doesn't matter. You don't even need a resume anymore.
See, they've even stepped on my toes a little bit by letting some rules down for teachers. And they've done that out of necessity because there's not enough good
nobody
teachers.
wants to teach.
Yeah, because of the new rules and
Yeah.
everything that's expected. Hey, if you ever want to see it in action, go. Hey, if you got a friend that's a teacher, go be a volunteer like a couple of days and see what they go through on a daily basis. Getting called this, that, and the other for low pay, and then you wonder why they don't want to be a teacher. It's pretty
There's
simple,
a lot involved there.
but dress appropriate for any job. If you're supposed to wear a tie, wear a tie. If khakis and a polo's cool, then wear that. Don't come into school with t-shirts and hoods up and thinking these guys, these young-minded kids that are 7th, 8th grade, maybe even 6th, 7th, 8th grade, they're just looking for someone to respect, and you're not providing that, and that's a shame.
As they used to say, dress to impress.
Yeah, that's what used to be the model. I don't even know if that's said anywhere anymore. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, and you're going to say, well, we're not dressed to impress. Well, I don't know. Maybe we should wear ties on.
Yeah, just.
I bet
a
we're.
little bit. Hey, yeah, we'll do that next episode. I'll bring out a tie. make you guys respect us even more.
Yeah, because we're all about.
We do this for no money. This is.
I don't want to be paid, so don't send me money. Don't send me money. I don't want it.
This is a free podcast. This is a self-production. This is a garage grind production, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right. Anything else?
Nope.
Well, okay.
It was good to get back on the grind here. No pun intended. Garage grind. In the garage today. Garage grind production. As it says on the banner above our heads.
Yeah. Right there.
Follow us on Instagram, Spotify. This is YouTube. At Permission to Speak, sir. We'll see you guys next week.